You ever order a burrito bowl and think to yourself, man, what this burrito bowl needs is more spaghetti? Yeah, me neither. Let's talk about fusion that doesn't suck. The RIX RENV. It's a Cody and it's good. Let's talk about it. So this is the RIX Tactical RENV-C clip-on thermal imager. Obviously this clips on to your standard night vision devices and works in the same way that several other devices on the market currently do. For most of the comparisons here, I'm going to be kind of comparing as close as I can apples to apples, which for us here in Canada is the RENV-C clip-on imager. It's the closest one that we have, and it's what's currently available on the market that competes with this. So that's the one that we're going to compare it to. Full disclosure, we carry both of them. Nothing wrong with the RENV-C, but frankly, this is in every way better. There's nothing from the RENV-C that I would go, ooh, you know what? I wish this had that. There's nothing. And that's the review, guys. Buy it on our website. No, just kidding. You know I'm not going to do you like that. On the external, one of the big complaints with the RENV-C was that little wheel on it that did your brightness control and all your menu controls and whatnot. This has switched over to push buttons. You've got power on one side and you've got your menu and your action buttons on the other. This is much better in my opinion. Very easy with the wheel on the RENV-C to accidentally knock it one direction or the other, or accidentally turn off the device altogether. This eliminates that altogether. The push buttons can be a little bit hard to find with gloves. However, they have a solution to that as well, so that you're not feeling up around here trying to find it. They actually have a remote device, and we will be coming out, I think, very shortly with a rail adapter for this, for those of you who want to weapon mount these. Furthermore, on the exterior, you can tell that it is very small in my hand. I've got big hands, but it is genuinely very small, and it is a significant weight savings over what the RENV-C weighed. It's somewhere in the ballpark of about 30 grams. Actual numbers will be somewhere on the screen. But it's a significant weight savings, which again, when it comes to wearing stuff in front of your face, the lighter the better. This is a huge improvement in that field as well. When it comes to what's going on inside of this thing, they've improved it across the board in terms of its image processing and its capabilities. First thing we noticed, because we put one of each on a bino, was just how much better the image looked, even though the thermal core was the same. Either they improved the projector, improved the software, improved the processing, or some combination of all three, which is essentially what happened. I'm not the guy who's doing the typing behind the scenes, but it is spectacular how much that has improved the image processing, and it is on par with some of the other Codys that I've used years ago in terms of not having those false positives, that tree line that has a contrast from the sky and then the whole tree line just illuminates. This hasn't been giving us any of those weird false positives that we got on some of the other devices, and we've been really, really impressed with that. Furthermore, this now integrates a HUD into your night vision device. You can run that HUD both this way and that way. There's a software setting in here which allows you to flip it up and down, but now you've got a constant compass bearing that if you want, you can have at the top of your night vision tube that just tells you what direction you're heading. Anybody who's done land nav under night vision knows it's pretty easy to get spun around. Having that night vision that now injects your bearing into it is just a huge asset. Furthermore, with the add-on battery pack, it integrates GPS. So not only do you have a compass bearing, but you can now have MGRS or lat long, but MGRS is kind of the gold standard, fed right into the bottom of your tube here, tells you exactly where you are at all times. And that's a phenomenal upgrade in capability as well for being able to communicate. If you're doing something like search and rescue and you're trying to move to a point or trying to bring a team onto your location, that's a huge asset. To install this device, I mean, it's pretty standard. This is more or less the same system that most of these devices have used over the last few years. It's just a clamp with an adjustable tension on the lever here. So you drop that in on your device so that it's upright, and then close the clamp all the way. That way it's going to actually be projecting the HUD correctly at the top. You want it lined up kind of north-south. with your tube. It does not have a way in the software to orient that compass left and right. So if you were to run this on the side of your tube, you would be giving up that part of the capability because the HUD only works if it's vertically oriented. Other than that, very simple to install, very easy to set up and get running. It's not a particularly complicated device that way, and the menu inside of it is extremely intuitive. The manual for it is on our website at the bottom of the product page, and it'll walk you through everything that you need to know. Again, very intuitive. Some of those menus that you get on these devices, it feels like you're looking through like that bootleg DVD menu, trying to navigate your way around it, going like, what on earth am I doing? Like, none of these menu options match the menu that I just tried to get into. That's not the case with this. Everything in there kind of makes sense. Very easy to figure out and sort out if you have any level of technical ability. That does it for the rundown on the RENV-C. These are live on our website right now. We got lots more on the way, and the force-on-force protector for it is already in production. Check it out on the website. Be good.